You're listening to the Bourbon Nerdz podcast, episode You Can't Handle the Hard Truth.
You can't handle the truth.
All right. I'm Cody.
I'm Garrett.
And we are the
Bourbon
Nerds.
Nerdz.
We haven't actually done that in a while, intro. No. How's it going, Garrett? So, Garrett, you just got back from vacation. How's it feel, man? You look like $1 million.
Do I? I haven't showered today, so I don't know about $1 million, but.
So I have showered today, but I didn't get to shower after I worked out. So I'm
I've gone through airports and all this and that, and yeah.
I was wondering what that smell was.
We went to Georgia. It was cool. So they call it. So it's Covington, Georgia. They call it the Hollywood of the South, which is what also they call Austin. So there's a lot of Hollywood of the South. But for those that don't know, they filmed the show, The Vampire Diaries. And Daniel's a huge fan. I actually haven't seen any episode at all, so I didn't get any of the references. Like, it's a cool place. They also filmed the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 and Friday the 13th Part 6. So I got a couple of those. They did a lot of other movies like Prisoners with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal, which is a great movie. The show Sweet Magnolias still currently films there. But, I mean, there's a lot of cool things that has been through that town. So it was really fun. I got me a really cool Michael Myers shirt. He's wearing a pink suit and it says Thug Life. So it's like one of my it's one of my new favorite shirts. Daniel got a bunch of Vampire Diaries stuff, but yeah, no, it was fun. And I tried, and so the guys from Vampire Diaries also created the Brothers Bond bourbon brand. So I did a flight and tried all those, and they were pretty good.
Yeah, you liked them. Any one of those that actually stuck out to you?
I can't say this word very good, but I think it's regenerative
wheat. Okay.
Or regenerative grain. Sorry. Grain. It's their grain series. Like, it's 95 proof, and it had it punched a lot better than their bottled and bond. I was really surprised. So I was kind of disappointed by the bottled and bond. It didn't like punch as well as some of their other stuff, but the rye's good. The bourbon's good. Nothing like blew me away. Like, I don't have to go out and buy a bottle or anything, but they're pretty good. It's
nice that you get to try, and it's local. It was pretty cool. It's always good when you get to do a flight of stuff and kind of try before you buy it.
I mean, they basically have made their whole town like a tourist destination, which is exactly what you should do if you have something famous that goes on there.
All right. Well, let's kind of go through. I'm going to give a quick overview. We're featuring Hard Truth. This is a Indiana company, out of Brown County. So really excited to talk about
Brown Cow.
Oh, now Brown Cow. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. Really excited to talk about this brand, this distillery. I mean, they're really I haven't ever had anything bad from them. And I'm surprised they don't get a lot of talk about. Sometimes people mention Hard Truth or some of their favorites, and we have a bottle and bond today we're going to talk about, and then I have a single barrel Bethany, as someone say, whiskey store pick, which is a straight rye barrel strength, and it's delicious. So there's not going to be a lot of comparison between these two, but we are going to drink both, giving our tasting notes, and so we're going to have a cool episode. In Nerd Rage, we're going to talk about the Uncle Nearest lawsuit and a couple other items. Whiskey Sideline, we got some more fantasy football goodness for you. We're going to play a game. We're going to talk about our league we have coming up. Pop Culture Pour, we're going to give you some of our favorite Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson movies.
Because for those who don't know, that quote that we base this episode name after is from A Few Good Men, which is a great movie with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. So we just thought we'd throw that up, just in case you guys didn't get that reference.
Yeah, absolutely. Neat and Balance. We're going to talk go into a little bit more depth on protein and really stress the importance of it. So, and then last call, we've got some cool updates that we'll talk about and share. So
real quick, you mentioned protein. Did you know that Dutch Brothers does a protein coffee now?
You told me that the other day.
I did tell you that,
yeah. And I haven't got to try it yet. So you said it didn't have a lot of sugar in it. That's what I always ask. When there's a protein smoothie or anything, I always look at how much sugar's in it.
I mean, it's a little sweet, but it's not like...
Yeah.
It's not like they put a lot, because it's
8 grams, less than 10 grams.
I get the Golden Eagle, which I think has a little bit of caramel flavoring in it, but it's not like overpowering or anything.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to trying it. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and start from barrel to brain. You want to kick us off with some Hard Truth?
Some truth from Hard Truth. Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Okay. So this is just from the Hard Truth website. It says they began distilling in 2015, so they've actually been open for 10 years. In the small upper rooms of Big Woods Pizza Company in downtown Nashville, Indiana. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool when I was looking up facts about them.
The tiny craft distillery quickly grew, and by 2017, construction had begun on a new facility set on a rolling, wooded 325-acre property about a mile away from Hard Truth's original home. That property became the gorgeous Hard Truth campus, with the Hard Truth Tours and Tasting Center being the first building to open its doors to guests at the very end of 2017. The following summer, the restaurant at Hard Truth opened to hungry guests, which I'm always a big fan if you have a restaurant at your distillery. And in the fall of 2018, Hard Truth Distilling Company made the move to its brand new state-of-the-art sweet mash distillery, where it's been producing Hard Truth spirits ever since. Over the past few years, they have continued to develop the property that surrounds the Hard Truth Distillery with new tours and activities, festivals, and a major expansion at Hard Truth on the Rocks, a terraced outdoor area with a stage for live music, food truck, and bar that operates seasonally. The Hard Truth Distilling team continues to work diligently, crafting a range of premium spirits, including popular crowd pleasers like Maple Bourbon Cream and Hard Truth Toasted Coconut Rum.
They have a cinnamon vodka, too, I saw.
And, of course, remarkably sweet mash whiskeys, the first of which Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye Whiskey was released in November 2021. Hard Truth Distilling Company is part of the BWQOHT Incorporated family of brands. That's an interesting name.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which also includes Big Woods Restaurants and Quaff On Brewing Company. So, yeah, that's a little interesting thing about them. Are these distilled or do they create their own stuff? I haven't really, distilled and bottled by Hard Truth Distilling Company in Nashville, Indiana. So I'm wondering, it says aged over 2 years. It says they started in 2015. I wonder if they started with like some source stuff and then started doing their own.
I'm not
said they released their own stuff in 2021. So I assume.
Yeah, I assume that they were sourcing probably MGP, maybe.
Oh, they're from Indiana. Yeah.
Hey, we're just going to take this around. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. They have the world's smallest floating rack house, which is a single bonded whiskey barrel house on a pond. I thought that was kind of cool. They have a huge rack house capacity. I know they have a couple rack houses, and one that holds close to between 10,000 and 15,000 barrels. They also have another one that can hold up to 18,000, 20,000 barrels. So
this rye is really good.
Yeah, the rye. And it's someone to say whiskey store pick. Again, someone to say whiskey. If you're not a part of that group, I would recommend it. If not, obviously join our Bourbon Nerdz group if you haven't joined that.
That's a lot better than the regular sweet mash rye I tried.
You tried the rye first. You always go bourbon.
No, I've tried both.
Oh, you have?
I tried this one. So there's a couple mash bills they have. They have a sweet mash wheated bourbon, which is 69% corn, 19% wheat, and 12% malted barley.
You can smell the malted barley. Yeah. It reminds me of Chattanooga.
12% is quite a bit.
Yeah, that is quite a
bit.
Well,
that's on their wheated, though. Their sweet mash bourbon has 73% corn, 19% rye, 8% malted barley, so a little less.
So this bourbon smells excellent. I'm getting definitely the malted barley, caramel, spice, but it's a little stringent to me. But this is that was my first sip, so I'm not going to.
They also have a sweet mash rye whiskey, which is 94% rye, 6% malted barley. So it's like they wanted to be a little different from.
Yeah, that's what this is, a sweet mash rye.
No, I know, but I'm saying they wanted to be a little different from MGP. They're like, we're not going to do 95. We're going to do 96.4.
No, for sure. No, before I just wanted to mention, they have their sweet mash process, which is what they're really famous for.
Yeah, they do a lot of it.
Yeah, which is different than the sour mash. They actually use a brand new mash batch. Like if for the sour mash, they basically use the previous mash and put some in the next whatever batch or whatever you want to call it. So it's supposed to bring out brighter and cleaner flavors. So that's kind of what they're famous and known for. So
I just wanted to throw in they're listed here is a chocolate malted rye whiskey, which sounds interesting. But it's 51% rye, 38% corn, 11% chocolate malted barley.
Chocolate. Well, I always kind of get a little chocolate on the nose for sure, a little cacao.
Well, this is just specifically a chocolate malted. Well,
that's a specific. But when I smell the rye, there's this rye, like I get a little chocolate note on it, like sweet rye, like a little sweet rye spice.
This is really good.
Dude, the rye is insane, dude. That's why
I don't even want to drink this bourbon.
I know it's so much.
The bourbon's fine, but this rye is just blowing me out. I've been curious. Have you tried that highway?
This is so good.
Yeah, the rye is
dude. This is like,
what's the proof difference?
I don't want to like brag about how good this pick is.
This is 100 proof.
But this is like on the level of our Operation Bourbon Nerdz.
We need to do a like rye kind of with like that and the Operation Bourbon Nerds and like the rare character.
And again, this is a store pick, right? It's picked by the Bethany Discount Liquor, the Someone Say Whiskey Group. So it is going to be a little bit better than the regular, but their ryes are fire. If you're a rye guy and you haven't had a Hard Truth, I'm giving you the Hard Truth. You need to try their rye. It's really good.
He's going to give it to you.
Give it to me, baby.
The Hard Truth. All right. Do you have anything else about Hard Truth, or do you want to move on?
Absolutely, I do have a few things that I wanted to mention.
Well,
since it's
let's
my
hear it.
turn to talk, you've been talking the whole time.
No,
man.
I like to talk all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you guys see me out and about, I'm definitely the talkative one.
Yeah, 100%. Couple of cool things that I found out about them. Obviously, you talked, I think I briefly mentioned it. The distillery is located on a 325 acre property in southern Indiana. It's pretty out there in the middle of nowhere. They actually store their barrels upright instead of on the sides like traditional rick houses, which I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Their location sounds really cool. I'd like to go visit there.
Yeah, their master distiller, Brian Smith, I believe he's still a master distiller. He had no experience making whiskey. He was actually recreational therapy and before he plunged into whiskey, which I find is really interesting and cool that you just kind of, hey, I'm going to start making whiskey. And, you know.
Wonder where he got the idea to do like the sweet mash process. If he got like inspired by, because isn't that kind of what Jack Daniels does, is like a sweet mash process? Or
yeah, well, they have a like sweet charcoal or something,
charcoal,
like filtration. They have a collaboration with the Mellencamp family whiskey company, which is founded by Hud Mellencamp, which is John Mellencamp's son. I think that's pretty cool. And they do a lot of support of local farmers in Indiana. They source most of their corn and wheat from fifth generation farmers located in their distillery. They also they have a cause called Grounded in Truth, which supports agricultural focus on nonprofit organizations like Farm Aid. So again, they do a lot of work trying to support local farmers. Just a really cool company. They have a ton of, if you go visit the distillery, which I would love to, they have like ATV tours, mixology classes. They even have a tiki boat ride. So
that all sounds super fun.
I mean, dude, I was like, man, we gotta hit these guys up and go down there and maybe we can get an interview with them. That'd be pretty cool though. I really like their vibe. Their bottles are really sweet. They've got the old school cork on the top. The bottles have these cool little like stamp stickers on them. Like just a cool company doing great things, making some really good whiskeys, and their ryes are. I think these rival MGP from what I've had so far, and I've had way more MGP stuff. There's way more MGP stuff out there, but this rye is excellent.
There are some pretty. I mean, MGP rye is just really, really good. And there's some places who do some really good things with it. I mean, Penelope does great.
I got this bottle last year. It's just been in my closet, and you're like, let's do Hard Truth. I'm like, all right, I'll crack it open, and I'm so glad I did.
Now it's not going to be gone. Now it's not going to be around very much longer.
Yeah, no, we're
at least save it for our blind a little bit, just a little bit for our blind.
Yeah, no, don't worry. We're not going to
don't chug it,
dude. It's so good. It's smooth. It hits all the sweet points. Like you get that rye, spice. You get a little honey.
I think I tried the sweet mash rye at a bar, just the regular, and I was like, it's pretty good. And it could just because this is a pick, it could because it's a fresh crack. I don't know, but this one is way better than the one I tried.
Like it's got a little spice on the end. I mean, the finish is not crazy. It's 120 proof, and it drinks really smooth. Like it drinks almost like 100 proof. It blows this bourbon out of the water, and this bourbon's good. Like it's decent. I've never had a bad bottle and bond product, but this rye is on a whole nother level. It's not even close. It's like night and day. So. But that's all I had from Barrel to Brain. Anything else before we move on?
No. Well,
let's move on to Nerd Rage. We've got to create like a sound bar thing for that.
No, yeah. I think we need to get with Ethan to create us some
stuff.
So
our uncle nearest is getting sued.
Poor Uncle Nearest.
Man.
I've never tried it. Have you ever tried anything from Uncle Nearest?
I have not actually.
Yeah,
I'm guilty as charged.
It actually in this article says, could Uncle Nearest lose his whiskey a second time? So I guess back in the day he lost his whiskey. Yeah. I don't know much about.
There's a lot where like Uncle Nearest wasn't even recognized. If you don't know who Uncle Nearest is, he's actually the one that taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. He was a preacher and. All that kind of stuff. But then he didn't get recognized or any notoriety for a long time. They finally, were able to go back and recognize. And I don't know all the full history. I'm just getting
that's the Nearest Green who worked with Jack Daniels. Is that? Yeah, that's
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Where have you been?
I forgot about
under
all
a
that.
rock.
No. But yeah. So
right, that's fine.
This says there's a couple things in this article. I'm just kind of going through. It says that. Where is it? It says that they claim their former chief financial officer who engaged in fraudulent activity has since been terminated. An investigation into his misconduct is ongoing and being handled by a third party. So I'm guessing there was a lot of fraudulent things going on. It says a legal fight ensued on August 14th when a federal judge in Tennessee placed Uncle Nearest Whiskey Distillery under court-appointed receivership, pulling day-to-day control from the CEO, Fawn Weaver. Fawn Weaver and Farm Credit Mid-America are required to submit additional briefing on the receiver candidates by midnight on August 20th, which is actually today as we record this. So, but yeah, it says on July 28th, Uncle Nearest's main creditor filed suit in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Tennessee, naming Uncle Nearest, its Nearest Green Distillery, and co-founders Fawn and Keith Weaver as defendants. Their claim was that they owed more than $108 million, which is a lot of money, across various loans and interest payments. In addition, they claim they were provided apparently inaccurate, in quotations, barrel inventory reports that overstated the values of the reserves by $21 million, among many other unfilled obligations. So, yeah, this is a lot of allegations. This is a huge fight. So,
yeah, Uncle Nearest, you better have a good lawyer. You might call Johnny Cochran. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah, I'm sure. If only the Kardashian was still alive too, you know.
Did you know that Hard Truth has a Mizunara finished sweet rye?
Yes, that's the one that. Oh, you weren't there. Randall let us try that one.
Oh, dude,
he had it. And it was fantastic.
I want to try that.
He said it's a very expensive bottle, but
I bet it's deeply rooted in Japanese tradition.
Dude, I love Mizunara finish. I think it's
too.
great
Mizunara. That barrel Mizunara finish is very good.
One, and they're rare. And that barrel Mizunara was one of my favorite of last year. And I saw that Lasso Motel had a Mizunara finish, which was only like $80. I think that would be a good one.
That'll probably be the next one to get. We need to probably plan out and get a couple more of those, and you get the Mizunara, I'll get a different one, so we can. Lasso 18 is.
I tried the Amber. Did you try the Amberana at the last raffle we went to?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That one of those guys, the one who had the girlfriend with him, who kind of helped me film. He had the Amberana finish last on the telling. It was good.
I didn't try it.
He said he was between that or the RD1. I said, I think the RD1's a little better.
Yeah, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch RD1.
It like I said, it tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's not quite as sweet as this one, but it is. But that Mizunara, or not that Mizunara, that Amberana Lasso Motel is very good.
Yeah, I agree. Do you have anything else for Nerd Rage? Didn't have a lot today.
No, I mean, we were just going to talk about that a little bit.
You want to talk about your vacation, Georgia?
I talked about it a little bit earlier. We did go on a tour and kind of saw these houses. I got to see the Michael Myers house from Halloween 2, which was really exciting. Mm-hmm. The tour leader kind of laughed because I was like, "Oh, this is my favorite part of the tour," because everyone's there for Vampire Diaries stuff. But we did go to one of the. Which have you ever seen Vampire Diaries?
Yeah, I have.
There's a mansion that they go to. Well, the owners wouldn't leave while they were filming, so they were there for all of the filming of that, and they've owned that since 97, but they come out during the tour and they just like, hey, we didn't sign an NDA, so you can ask us whatever you want to. And I thought that was really cool. But there was a lot of really cool stuff. I kind of wish I had watched a little bit of the show just to get some of the references, but I mean, it is what it is.
I've only seen a few episodes or whatever.
I mean, I watched True Blood, which I felt like was kind of the same thing.
I watched season 1 of that, and it was softcore porn, and then, it was just okay because I like vampire stuff, but.
I mean, the what's his name? Skarsgård brother was really good. Who played Eric? He was really good in the show. Which the Skarsgårds are all just super talented.
So going back to the bourbon real quick, I'm getting some kind of fruit note, like a plum or something now that I wasn't getting, and I don't know if it's the rye.
I can see the plum. Yeah,
I cleaned my palate a little bit, so it just maybe it's the malted barley into something like a raspberry or something, but it's very dark. It's pretty rich.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's opening up a little bit. Again, this rye is just outstanding.
Oh, I do want to add, because I'd never had this tasty note in a bourbon, but when I was drinking the regenerative rye or grain, bourbon, I got a blueberry note.
Ooh.
And I've never gotten blueberry from anything. I was like, man, that's super unique.
Yeah.
It didn't blow me away. Like if I was going to buy something, I might buy that one just because it's so different.
Yeah.
Because instead of malted barley, they use the regenerative wheat or regenerative. I keep saying wheat. It's just a grain. Whatever the grain is.
Say
but
grain
use that
5 times, Garrett.
They use that instead of the malted barley in their mash bill. Or no, it's either that or the rye. They replace one of their things with that regenerative grain. So
yeah.
It's very different though. And like I said, I got like a blueberry note and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Well, you also got some exciting news just recently. You've got promoted.
I did, and hopefully I get the text message that we're all good before this releases.
Yeah, well, it gives them a week to communicate to the other people. I hope they
gives me like 4 days.
Can be
this
efficient.
comes out on
4
Sunday.
days. Oh yeah, that's true. So that's all right.
No, it is super cool.
I
was which a lot of our Bourbon Nerds knew I was applying for a promotion, which I'm a table games pit manager, and I will be a table games shift manager now.
Yeah.
So
well, congratulations, man. You've worked really hard. I know you've dedicated a lot to that to Choctaw.
Yeah, I've been there 10 years. I'm Choctaw. I'm very passionate
Cherokee and Choctaw. My babe, she's
a wow. She's a one of a kind. Dun dun dun.
Sorry.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, I'm very passionate about Choctaw and the tribe and working there, and yeah, Yako Key.
All right, Halito.
Chipinsalach. Hey, have you watched Sinners yet?
No, I haven't.
Damn it, Cody, watch Sinners.
It's not on the I thought it was going to be on the airplane. They literally have HBO Max stuff, and they don't have Sinners on
So
there.
this isn't like a spoiler, but at the beginning of the movie, these Choctaw Indians are chasing the main vampire, and he says Chipinsalachiki, which we use a lot up there, and I'm like, oh my God, I know what that means. He said the thing on the movie.
That's
but
cool.
I hope, and that's the only time you ever see the Choctaw Indians, but I was like, dude, I hope they make like a spinoff of the Choctaw Native Americans trying to hunt vampires. I think that'd be so sick.
That would be cool.
But there could be a lot of cool spinoffs, which again, one day we'll talk about Sinners whenever you actually finally watch it, but it's insane.
Yep. You got anything else for Nerd Rage?
Nope. I think we're good.
We can talk about Last Call.
What?
One of the drops coming up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool. We'll move on to Whiskey Sideline. We got some more fantasy football goodness. How do you feel? So we've done 2 drafts together. I haven't done any others one yet. We're doing another one. We're basically in like almost every single league together.
Yeah,
now.
I still have my auction draft. I have your draft.
Yep.
We have the Bourbon Nerds draft.
Yep.
And then
which we're doing on Sunday.
I think that's it. No, I have.
I've got my Dynasty. So I've got my Dynasty tomorrow night, Bourbon Nerdz Sunday night, and then my draft is next Saturday, I think. Or I don't know. It's on the 30th. It's like 2 weeks or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. So, and then I also have the one I do with Nick Diaz, which is like they have like weekly payouts and stuff. His is really weird because instead of just drafting quarterback, you get the team quarterbacks.
It's next Saturday. Sorry. Yeah.
And so like if instead of getting Lamar Jackson, you just get Baltimore's quarterback. So in case the quarterback gets hurt, you have the backups already.
Yeah.
He wanted to do. I guess in fantasy, I didn't know you could do this, but there's a head coach spot. Like, how do you get points to head coach?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. He was like,
there's a lot of weird leagues and stuff.
Let's add a punter. I'm like, no, dude. Well, let's not do that.
Yeah, I haven't. Last year I did, and the year before I did a lot of best ball stuff. I haven't really done any best ball stuff this year. I don't know. Just fantasy, like I've already in so many leagues, it's getting a little overwhelming. But best ball, you just kind of set it and forget it, which is kind of cool. But
I've never done best ball.
Yeah, best ball.
I
You
hear
just
people
draft
talking about it a lot. So.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like Underdog Fantasy does a lot of stuff. They've got some big money you can win. I really like doing the
big dogs got to eat.
DraftKings weekly fantasy lineups and stuff.
I've actually done decent on those. I think I made like $20 one time. I made like another 15.
I kind of like win and lose. It's like it just goes up and down. But I've never hit big. I've been really close to like really breaking through. I had a couple starts that I fumbled, but I never do really, really well at that, but I do competitively. So I definitely win some money. I've been able to keep the same in my account without putting really any more money in it too. So that's fun.
So do you have any differing opinions after doing a couple drafts and maybe getting a little more information?
I have a lot of different opinions.
I could tell you were taking a lot of my guys in this last draft.
Yeah, and that wasn't intentional. Those are guys I liked in the first. You just got them over me in our first draft together.
I don't know. You weren't as big on Kyron Williams, and you took him in the second round.
I still wasn't big on Kyron Williams. He was just the best running back available at the time. Everybody was taking running backs.
But you won't trade him to me.
I'm not opposed to trading to him. You want, I think, too much. I'm not giving up Calvin Ridley and Kyron for.
Well, that's it. So you got to think it's a 3rd round running back and a 6th round wide receiver for
a 6th round wide receiver that's going to put up wide receiver 1 numbers.
But that's the thing is you're just way too high on these guys. Like
if
you think about the value of A-Chain, he's a 1st round talent, and so
potentially
like giving up a 3rd round running back and a 6th round receiver.
No, if you want somebody else, I'd be interested in doing it, but I'm not giving up Ridley. I like Ridley a lot this year. I think he's undervalued.
Well, but the problem is I don't even know if I liked your other 2 receivers. I don't even remember who you had.
I'm not trading Wilson or we can talk about it.
No, this is fun on the pod.
Yeah,
I
You want Kyron? I'm not gonna give you Ridley and Kyron. I need some depth.
You're like, I want to give you Kyron and some nobody that I will
Chris
drop.
Godwin, man.
No.
I think you guys are sleeping on Chris Godwin. If he plays, dude, he's gonna be good, especially now we have injuries. But
Keon Coleman's not bad, but he's not.
Things that, like what regard, like players that I thought, like I can't get Chase Brown to save my life. Like he's one of my highest rated running backs, and like he just goes so high. Ibeka, is that his name? Ibuka is going extremely high.
Yeah, I got him super late in our draft. Like, so I got a lot of.
I was going to draft him there, and then you took him. I was so upset, and you took him 2 rounds early. That he was rated. Yeah, you did.
I got him in like the 8th round, I think.
I thought it was 7th, but
I mean 7th or 8th. I mean, he's like my flex at that point.
Yeah, I mean he's a good pick. I think
the thing I really like about that league is people are giving me a hard time for having rookies. But the rookies are basically just like my value picks.
So here's what I've learned so far. Running backs are extremely valuable, and people are taking them early. Quarterbacks are going extremely late. And if you don't get Brock Bowers and Trey McBride, just wait on a tight end. Or Kittle.
I think a lot of the later tight ends could really just finish. Like, just look at Laporta last year, right? He finished 2 years ago. He finished top tight end, and then last year he was basically
he was number 1.
On a great offense. He I don't even know what he finished, but he had to have finished outside the top 10 last year.
Yeah, he was not great. I think he was 12th or something.
That's a thing. Actually, and then I was going to wait on a quarterback in my league, but Patrick Mahomes fell to the 10th. He's going in like the 5th or 6th round.
Yeah,
that's just insane.
No, you got insane value on it. That was a great pick. I don't care what people say. He's still going to be put up good numbers.
And then my backs are Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, and Kyron Williams in that league, which I think is just
that's a really solid back.
And then I have Caleb Johnson chilling on my bench.
Yeah, I like Caleb Johnson.
I got Tet McMillan, Roma Doomsday. I think they're going to be pretty good. I think between like Kyle Williams, I think he either he's going to hit or like Dante Thornton could hit. So I don't know. I'm really excited about my drafts.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of my last draft. I mean, I think Garrett Wilson's going to be pretty decent. Nothing exciting.
I just don't like Justin Fields, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he can throw the ball.
He's got to throw it. Well, I say he's got to throw it. He could just take off running.
He could.
Too, and complete like 40% of his passes. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But he still made receivers viable. And Garrett Wilson, the quarterback play for the Jets were terrible last year. And Garrett Wilson still had over 1,000 yards and 27% target share or something.
To be fair, he doesn't have a lot of people like he's competing with.
He
did have Devontae Adams towards the end of last year.
Yeah, and he still put up good numbers.
He did.
He was averaging about 15 fantasy points per game.
Devontae still had some good, but if Devontae wouldn't have been there, Garrett Wilson would have had a much better season for sure.
So Ridley, and so I've got, in that one league, I've got Lamb, Wilson, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but he was best value there.
Wilson?
Garrett Wilson.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Mr. Wilson. And then Calvin Ridley, which I really like Calvin Ridley a lot. I think he's one of the best values in draft. And his ADP is extremely, I think, way too low. But I'm trying to think of other things that I've learned. I learned to take your guy. If you want your guy, you don't be afraid to take him a little early. I got a little gun shy. I was like, I'm going to get value. People, there's too much information out there. And especially in these leagues that we're in, these guys are getting people that literally 5 minutes before the draft, news is coming out and they already know about it.
And that guy took 3 tight ends. Not only did he take Tyler Warren 3 rounds early, then he went back and got 2 other tight ends later. I'm like, bro, why are you getting so many tight ends?
He's getting a backup tight end for his backup tight end, man. You need 3.
I don't know. I took a backup tight end and I've never done that before. So it's Goddard. So
what are some of your fantasy learnings so far?
That as you can do all of the mock drafts that you want to.
I know, and it's never goes that way.
Out. I did like 20 before our draft the other day, and I was kind of lining everything up. No,
yeah, and ESPN rankings are trash. Like ESPN, you need to step your game up. Like,
well, if you change it to average draft position, it completely changes the rankings.
Yeah,
like that's what I would suggest instead of doing. Maybe have like a ranking spread out, but then when you're drafting online, put it on average draft position, and it'll show you where people are actually drafting.
Yeah, and I just use I like the positional ranking, like that shows, like just so if I'm like panicking for a wide receiver or whatever else. Both of my teams are very distinctively different. I took a lot of chances in this last league. I even did I had my client texting me Monday. We had an outage or whatever at work, and it was pretty stressful. It happened all day, but when I was drafting, like I did an auto draft, so I have Dak Prescott is my primary because I have Lamb. I like to stack there. I'm a big fan of stacks if you can get them.
I mean, if Dak stays healthy, they're going to throw it a lot because they're going to be behind.
And I got auto drafted Jordan Love, which I think Jordan Love could be a very good quarterback this year. So that is one of my first what is it?
This or that.
This or that, yeah. So who would you take, Jordan Love or Dak Prescott? That's my first one.
Dak Prescott.
Okay.
I like all of the talent that Green Bay has. I'm just not sold on Jordan Love. There's just something about him that just doesn't impress me. Mm-hmm. He's solid, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, I put him in like the 15s, 16s. Like he's going to finish like middle of the pack to me.
I don't know. He's got a ton of weapons.
He does.
And
But that's
Matthew
what I'm
Golden's
saying.
looking pretty sexy.
But that's my thing is how many weapons he had, which again, Josh Jacobs got a lot of touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
And so I think having that kind of maybe hurt him from getting more touchdowns, but I don't know. I think Jordan Love's good value.
I think Green Bay is going to be an underrated team this year.
No, I mean they're going to be a playoff
Their
team.
defense is solid. Yeah, I mean they're a playoff team. They're not.
Yeah, I mean I don't think I wouldn't call them underrated. Again, until they actually win in the playoffs, it's like that's the thing.
Playoffs.
Like, playoffs. So got to get over the hump, and you got to beat. NFC's. I mean, both sides are tough, but
yeah. What do you think about this Brian Robinson Jr. trade stuff? I guess he's going to get traded.
I mean, they really like. I can't think of the other guy's name.
The Jacory or whatever, Jacoby or something.
Yeah, they really like him, and then
they have Austin Eckler.
I mean, they have Eckler.
Yeah,
I think Eckler's pretty well done, but I mean, Eckler will get
he can catch balls. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
he's gonna catch 5 passes for 30 yards. That's 8 points. Like
he was a pretty good flex for me last year. So, I don't know. I haven't quite seen the trade rumors, but I don't know. I think Brian Robinson is fine. He's just one of those guys that needs a lot of carries. He's like a Derrick Henry. Like he's not going to catch a lot of balls. And he needs a lot of volume to really kind of make a difference.
Yeah.
I like Brian Robinson, but that's my thing is like I don't think he's ever going to get enough volume to warrant me drafting him early, which he's not super early this year, but he was a little high last year.
So my running backs in that second league we did is pretty weak. I've got Kyron and David Montgomery, but I got Caleb Johnson, which I think could be
I do like Caleb Johnson.
It could be. I got Cam Scabo. I think could be really good. I got a couple other guys. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Yeah, that league I got. I took Janty, and then I took A-Chain, who I mean, one of the most talented, players if he stays healthy. Which
absolutely,
which is a risk.
Tua stays healthy too.
Yeah, I mean, even without Tua, he still was
but the point differential is astronomical compared to what he.
I mean, it was between 22 and 17. Well, I don't think that's crazy.
I think he put up less than that without Tua.
It might have been.
He was 20 plus without, and then I think he was like a 12 or 13 with that.
Which I mean, it's still fine. I mean, because I have Alvin Kamara, I have Tony Pollard.
You've got a deep. Your running backs are deep. Like I like your.
And I like some of the. I like my team. I don't. I haven't been really shopping a lot of my team. I had that one trade with Gavin, which trading with Gavin is just near impossible anymore.
Worse.
I think he's been trolled so much about past trades that he's just so
scared.
He's like, I don't want to screw myself again.
Yeah, no, he just overthinks it. All right, I got my wide receiver, this or that, and then we can go through yours. DK Metcalf or DJ Moore?
I like DK Metcalf's talent, and he has less competition. I like DJ Moore, but I think DJ Moore is going to have a lot more competition. I think Rome Odunze could end up being the wide receiver one there.
Yeah, for me, it's just more like who do you think is going to outscore the other?
I think DK. I think he's just. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers can get him the ball, which
and I do like
fed Garrett Wilson last year.
I agree, and I do like DJ Moore a lot. Ben Johnson's I think going to unlock him quite a bit, but like you said, there's a lot of mouths to feed there. Colston,
there is, and
Rome Odunze, Swift can catch the ball like. And
even Cole Kmet caught a couple.
Yeah,
passes.
even Cole Kmet. So like they're going to run a lot of 2 tight end sets. I'm assuming. Like, there's just a lot
even
of
DeAndre Swift might catch a pass or two.
And DK Metcalf's a freaking man-child, so I really hope he can just put a tip.
Who's the wide receiver 2 in Pittsburgh? Can you even name him? Is it Van Jefferson?
Calvin Austin, I think?
Oh, Calvin Austin, yeah.
He's just a speedster today. He's not really... I don't know who else they have. But they have Jonnu Smith and Pat Freiermuth. The Friar. So, I mean, they've got some pretty good tight ends. So, and then
Aaron Rodgers usually likes his tight end.
Running back, I've got Trayvon Henderson or Kenneth Walker.
It's really funny because I have Travion on one of mine, but on that one I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Kenneth Walker.
Yeah,
I think the new offensive coordinator who's doing a lot more outside zone. There was a statistic someone was showing where Kenneth Walker on inside runs averages like 3.3 yards per carry, but an outside run he averages like 4.5 or something.
Yeah,
like some kind of insane. Like so he's favored in outside runs, and he's going to get a lot. I think he's going to get a lot more checkdowns and stuff this year. So I like Kenneth Walker a lot. I think Trayvon's still going to have Ramadre, but Trayvon's going to get. He's going to be the third change of pace runner is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So I think Trayvon's good. He's very obviously he scored. I don't know if it was a punt or kickoff, but he scored a touchdown. He's going to get some touchdowns. He's going to make some big plays, but I don't think he's going to get as many touches as Kenneth Walker is. If Kenneth Walker stays healthy, I think he could finish top 3 running back personally.
Yeah. So the only thing that scares me is like, do they run Charbonnet a little bit more just to keep Kenneth Walker healthy? Because your offense is so dependent on him. I do like Walker over Henderson, even though Henderson's ranked in the rankings that I used over him. I think it was 12th versus 15, but I think Kenneth Walker is primed for a really big year.
I think Trayvon's one of those rookie running backs that might be ranked a little too high.
Yeah.
I thought he was going in like the 4th round, so I'm
using the Fantasy Pro. I like the Fantasy Pros guys. The rankings have been pretty solid. So.
People are big on Trayvon, but and I mean they took him early. They're going to use him, but I just really like Kenneth Walker a lot. So I would pick Kenneth Walker in that situation for sure.
All right, tight end. We're going to do Tucker Kraft or Njoku from Cleveland.
I kind of just want to stay. I took Jerry Jeudy in one of our drafts because I think he's just going to get all the targets. I like Njoku, and
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think people are sleeping on Cedric Tillman, and I think Jerry Judy's going to be the number 1 wide receiver there. But I think Cedric Tillman's pretty talented.
Jerry Jeudy looked freaking good.
He
last
did.
Year.
Cedric Tillman had some really big games too.
Jerry Judy's going into like his 5th or 6th season, so he's right into that prime.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of Jerry Jeudy. He played for the Broncos. He played at Alabama. I'm very familiar with his talent.
Looked at some Tillman stats, and he had a couple good games last year.
Yeah.
And I think he had some injuries, but...
Yeah, he had some... I think he had a hammy issue or something last year.
So
something like that.
I don't think Tillman will take as much away from him. I do like Njoku, but I think Tucker Kraft, I think he could lead the Green Bay in catches.
That one's really close to me.
I mean, Golden's great. Dobbs is great. Jaden Reed is in a walking boot, so who knows how long he's going to be out for.
But I think there's a special chemistry between Tucker and Love. He's just kind of becoming a security blanket. I think Tucker Kraft's a very underrated. He's ranked pretty high in the fantasy pros.
The dude took Warren, and 2 rounds later I got Tucker Kraft. I'm like, I'd rather have Warren, but I wasn't mad that I got Tucker Kraft. But I also ended up taking Dallas Goedert as a backup tight end. So I think my tight ends are going to be fine. I'm not in love with Tucker Kraft like I am Warren, but I do like Tucker Kraft a lot. He was actually like my 2nd or 3rd. I almost reached on Pitts a little bit, but I didn't want the way everything was going. I was like, I'm just going to take Tucker Kraft now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget how good Njoku was last year. Like when he played, he was a monster, but he had a couple. He missed quite a bit of time because I was struggling last year.
Who was throwing the ball last year? Was it Jameis Winston? Was it Jameis?
I think it was Jamie, wasn't it? He was playing that snow game, I remember. But
I don't remember, but it's what's his name?
I'm not a Cleveland expert.
I can't even remember his Joe Flacco. Isn't Joe Flacco the starter now?
Yeah.
It's Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shadir Sanders.
I think Shadir Sanders overtook.
The Browns released their depth chart. He's 4th. Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I don't know if they're going to save him or what. But
I think the Broncos had R.J. Harvey as like their 5th running back on the first depth chart that they came out with.
I think R.J. Harvey's far and away better than J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, 100%.
I think R.J.
Harvey's going to be insane. Yeah, he's an X factor.
I think that's a steal of the draft. I think he could be top 10.
What was that small back that Darren Sproles? He's bigger though. Bigger and just as fast.
I mean, Darren Sproles was a great player.
Yeah, he was.
He was a special teams nightmare for everybody.
And can you really count on J.K. Dobbins staying healthy?
No. Exactly. I think J.K. Dobbins is fine. I
like having him on the Broncos. I'm excited to have him.
But I think he just had way too many injuries early on that just really affected him.
Yeah, because he could have been so good. Dude, if you watch J.K. Dobbins when he first came out, dude, I had him in my dynasty. I was so excited about him. He just could not stay on the field.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right, let's do yours.
So I actually did quite a few here. I'll just do a few. So if you're in the middle of the round, okay, Ashton Genty or Jahmyr Gibbs?
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, I have to agree.
That's not even close to me.
I think Genty's going to get. You say it's not going to be close, but I think Genty's actually going to have a.
And I love Genty this year, but I love getting him at
11.
Gibbs is my second rated running back overall. I've got Bijan, Gibbs, then Saquon in my top 3. That's my personal ranking. So
Yeah, I'd put Gibbs second. I was
really so
excited.
upset I didn't get Gibbs.
Yeah, I got him at 5, and you were at 5.
I know, and he didn't fall to me. I was so mad.
You did have a chance at Saquon, didn't you?
Yeah, but I just took
CD?
Lamb. I like CD.
Yeah,
I think
CD's
CD Lamb's going to be really good.
Okay. Amarion Hampton or Travion Henderson?
Amarian Hampton. Because I think just he's not going to compete with the Ramondre Stevenson. I was watching Matthew Berry last night, and Matthew Berry got to go on the field to one of the preseason games.
Yeah.
And he said and I'm a huge Matthew Berry fan. Since he was with ESPN, and I haven't really looked at a lot of his stuff.
Are you talking about Najee Harris?
Oh, he talked about Najee?
No. So Hampton and Najee Harris.
Oh, yeah, but Najee hadn't even practiced.
You said Ramondre Stevenson. I just didn't
That's
know.
who Henderson's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to steal.
Well, so Hampton has Najee Harris.
Yeah, he does.
They've
He's
talked
in
about
practice.
splitting, but
yeah, I don't think so. It's going to happen. But they asked the defense, "Hey, who do you like in camp?" They're like, "Man," because he's like, "How's Hampton been?" And he's like, "Man, I hate tackling that kid. That kid runs like he's angry." And like when you hear that from a player, and he's super talented from North Carolina. Like, I think Hampton's going to be really good this year.
The reason I brought those two up are they have very similar situations where they're very explosive players, but they have the plotting veteran behind. Like, that's kind of still going to take some of their work. And so I thought that was an interesting one. All right, Tank Bigsby or Travis Etienne?
I'm going Tank Bigsby.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
Tank
Etienne's
Bigsby.
going to get a lot of passing downs.
I don't believe in ETN anymore. I'm sorry. I've seen enough. Tank Bigsby was really good last year down the stretch when ETN, I think, was hurt or they benched him, or I'm not sure exactly. I'd have to ask Ethan, the Jacksonville Jaguars expert, but I really like Tank Bigsby. I like what I saw on the field last year. I like now if you're really talking about running backs from Jacksonville, that Tootin guy, that guy's got very explosive. That's the guy you probably want if you're going to draft any Jacksonville, but I'm not a believer in ETN. And that's my personal opinion. And I've drafted Tank Bigsby. I like having Bigsby on my roster because I don't think they're going to get that rookie all the touches. So if Tootin takes over for somehow, I think Bigsby's going to be a goal line threat. So if they're going to score and have a good offense, which I believe they have the capability of, I want Tank Bigsby.
So who do you think is going to have the better second year break, or who has the most potential for a second year breakout? Keon Coleman or Ricky Pearsall?
Oh God, dude, that's so hard. That's like the hardest. That's really hard.
This is one of those that I've been contemplating because I actually really like both of them.
Yeah,
in their situations,
that's a
but
good
they're very similar situations.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I just feel like
I don't think you can make a wrong answer,
No.
but I think if I'm gonna. So if you're going to say here's how I'm going to answer it. I'm going to pick one, but I'm going to tell you why I would like the other one. So I'm going to pick Ricky Pearsall based on, I'm a safer pick person, which is probably not, I do very well in fantasy consistently. Now, sometimes I don't win, I get close, and that's where you got to maybe make that argument for the higher upside guy. I think Keon Coleman has a higher upside.
Absolutely. He's a lot bigger of a guy.
I think his floor is a lot lower. So he's going to be really, really good, or he's going to be mediocre. But that's going to be a high-powered offense. So having either one of those guys, I think, is good. I have Keon Coleman in one of my leagues. I do think, and we disagree here, I do think Juwan Jennings is going to be pretty good. But I think there's room for both of those guys to feast. So I think Jennings is going to score quite a bit of touchdowns.
I feel like Jennings is third in the pecking order behind. I think he's going to be behind Pearsall and Kittle.
Yeah, well, Kittle's number one.
Well, actually fourth because McCaffrey, if McCaffrey's healthy.
So, but Jennings has already had some injuries, so I'm a little concerned about his health.
And I think Jennings will have some decent games. I don't know. I like Pearsall better. I like Kittle better. I like CMC. So I wasn't really drafting Juwan Jennings personally.
Yeah.
But that was just
I haven't got him yet. I mean, he hasn't really fell to me. I didn't like where he is. He's already injured. So
I think Keon Coleman also has, he has Shakir, but Shakir's more of a slot receiver.
Yeah.
So I don't think Keon has any competition, and he's a big body.
And he was starting to gain momentum last year, and he got hurt.
Yeah,
man,
he's a great red zone target. I think Josh Allen's going to get him the ball. I don't think you go wrong with either one, but I think Keon has the better touchdown potential.
That's fair.
He's a better red zone target.
I can't disagree with that. So
I think Pearsall could get more catches, but I think Keon Coleman has the better red zone.
Okay.
But anyway,
I like it. That's a good one.
I have one more. So, which this one might not be as exciting, but Ted McMillan or Travis Hunter.
Take McMillan. I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, I don't either.
Unless you're in an individual defensive player league, then you absolutely take Travis Hunter.
I should have done Ted McMillan or Ibuka.
Tech McMillan.
Yeah, I think Ted McMillan.
Tech McMillan was the number one wide receiver taken in the draft for a reason.
Travis Hunter was.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was. Wasn't he number one? Was he the number one or number two pick?
I think
Jacksonville took him 1 and 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but he's kind of like
he's a dual
he's
player.
kind of a dual player, but
I think Tech it was the first actual
true wide receiver.
receiver.
Yeah,
Yes,
I guess
yes.
that technically you're right. So, all right, I'm going to give you another one that I think is really interesting. George Pickens or Jameson Williams?
George Pickens.
Really?
I think Jameson Williams is a boomer bust.
I disagree.
I think George Pickens could be the number one if CD wasn't there.
I think Jameson Williams now has proven he can do it in all facets, running the ball to big stretch. I mean, he's become a big time player, receiver. And I do think George Pickens is going to be great. That's why I like Dak. I think Dak's going to be if he stays healthy, he's going to be a top 10 quarterback. We've seen Dak finish in the top 5. He was, I think, in top 3 quarterback one year, a couple years back. And CeeDee Lamb is going to be getting all the attention. So you got George Pickens, who's been an extreme talent, just hasn't really had a good quarterback and been frustrated, and he's motivated. They've got a good chemistry going. So Dallas offense is going to make some noise, man. They re-signed Jake Ferguson. So, if you're a Cowboys fan, you have a lot to be hopeful for. You're still probably not going to make the playoffs and do anything, but it should be a decent season for your offense.
And the reason I'm always big on Dak is because they're going to throw it a lot towards the end of the game because they're always going to be down. Like, I had him a couple years ago, and he was averaging like almost 30 points a game because he was just chunking it at the end of the games.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been good fantasy-wise.
You got any more, or is that it?
I had a couple more, but they weren't as exciting. Like, I had Justin Herbert or Dak Prescott, which I think you're bigger on Dak. I'm bigger on Herbert, but
I don't know. Like, Herbert's a good quarterback.
I love Herbert, and I love all the talent around him.
I love Lad McConkey, man.
Honestly, like, I know
you're sleeping on him. I think he's going to be so good at PPR. Whew. He's going to be catching 10, 12 balls a game, brother, or at least 10, 12 targets.
I just think they have a lot of good. They brought Keenan Allen back.
Yeah,
they have Trey Harris.
They've got Quentin
Johnson.
He's just a good red zone target.
He had a couple good games at the end of last year. And that's the thing is,
they got that new rookie too, Trey Harris, right?
Herbert had a few like 20-point games to kind of end the season. Like, he was, I think it took him a little bit to kind of get the hardball offense down, but I think he's really kind of came into his own. Yeah, like the last 3 games in a row, he had 22.16 against Denver, which is a great defense.
Yeah.
He had 24.44 against New England, which is also a pretty good defense. And then Las Vegas, which is whatever, but he had 28.04. So he had 3 solid games, and he looked pretty good in the playoffs. So I think Herbert. I'm big on Herbert. I drafted him in one of our leagues. So
yep, for sure. We can talk about our draft in the last call. I think it would be better suited for that.
Okay.
You got anything else? Any other sleepers or anything that you kind of changed your mind on, or any players you've moved? I mean, there's a few, but nothing crazy.
Obviously, I took A-Chain. I don't know. I feel like getting him in the second round feels a little better than getting him in the first round. So
yeah, for sure.
I mean, people are worried about his injury, but I think they're just taking precaution, and he's going to play week 1. And I mean, I think when people hear calf injury, they immediately think, "Oh, Christian McCaffrey had a calf injury," but I think that was a completely different situation with a much older player. So I mean, McCaffrey's like six. He's like probably like 6 years older than.
I mean, I would trade you Kyron if we can work out an HN trade, do something, but I don't know if we'll be able to work it out. But we'll talk. All right, I think that's going to conclude. Well, Whiskey Sideline, I think is been some really interesting preseason games. There's been some big plays, but it's preseason. I'm ready for regular season. And
dude, I want to say our defense looked freaking crazy against the Carolina Panthers. I know the Carolina Panthers aren't that good, but I think we let them get like 1 first down, like the 3 or 4 possessions. That
you guys are projected to have a really good defense this year. So.
I actually took their defense. I don't usually take defenses early, but
I still can't get the Broncos defense, dude. It pisses me off.
Yeah, I took the Texans defense the other day. I'm like, we'll see. Our first game is against who is it against? It's against a decent team, but I'm just gonna start them. See if they're an every week starter or not.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but good luck if you haven't drafted or you're in a fantasy league you drafted. Good luck to the season. Really excited. Again, we're huge fantasy football nerds, and Yeah, I wish they'd if you're listening, FX, bring back the league, man.
Dude, yeah, do a remake of it. We need some updated players. He's out there talking to Adrian Peterson and Chris Johnson. We're way past that time.
Yeah, that would be great.
Miles Austin in the fourth. Like, they were like, who the hell's Miles Austin?
That's funny. Oh, and that video you sent me with that guy that picked Robin.
Oh, he picked Brian Robinson because he thought it was Bijan. I actually watched another draft and another guy almost did that where he almost grabbed the wrong Robinson
Put the sticker out there, yeah.
Dude, if they would have been online, he would have been screwed.
Yeah, like, sorry, Bo, you picked it. Our buddy did that. John Cart one year did that. I forgot exactly who he picked, but he picked the wrong person of that, and he was trying to pick the better player. And yeah, once you put the sticker up there, it's law, man. So, all right, well, I hope you enjoyed the Whiskey Sideline. We're going to move over to Pop Culture Pour. And we're going to talk about some of our favorite Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson movies. So, Tom Cruise. Jack Nicholson. Oh, yeah.
Jack Nicholson is the golfer.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
This is not a golf episode, guys.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Jack Nicholson, the golfer. He's really good. Tom Cruise. So let's talk about some of your favorite movies. I have a ton.
I just did like a top 5 of each one, and I'll just kind of my top 5 favorite of each one. So I just want to do an honorable mention of the Mission Impossible series for Tom Cruise. I think it's a good series.
Yeah.
Some are better than others, but I think it's solid all the way around. But so some of my favorite Tom Cruise movies, like I said, I only picked 5. I picked Cocktail. I love that movie.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think that's a
dude. He's got
movie.
So many good movies.
It's super dark, but it is a good movie.
Cocktail's good. Yeah.
Rain Man.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Was great.
Not on my list, but it's good.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I like Edge of Tomorrow.
I love that movie so much.
That's
man.
good.
Emily Blunt's a badass.
Emily Blunt's very attractive in that movie.
Yep. I put Tropic Thunder on here.
Oh, he's Les Miles.
Les Grossman.
Dude, Les Grossman, yeah. Sorry, Les Miles is a coach.
This is a great movie.
Yeah.
Like we do not speak to terrorists or whatever. We do not negotiate with terrorists.
Dude, it's some of the
and the last time, Interview with the Vampire. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite vampire movies of all time. Actually, Anne Rice really hated the casting of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise for Lestat, and then she immediately regretted saying that whenever she saw the movie because he just blew it away, man. He was great. What do you got for Tom Cruise?
That's funny. I was gonna read the Les Grossman piece, but it's a little. There's too many cuss words. I will rain fire upon your whole family. Anyway, so Top Gun. I don't know why that's not on your list, and I'm gonna have one that's not even.
You already know I don't like Top Gun. Actually, to be fair,
both Top Guns are phenomenal.
To be fair,
I've
actually never even seen either one.
Are you kidding me right now?
Nope, I've never watched Top Gun.
I'm about to have we need to have an intervention with Garrett. You've never. So why are you gonna say you've never? They're literally one of the greatest sequels ever is the Top Gun Maverick.
I just said I took back not liking them because I actually haven't seen them.
Well, why don't you go watch them? That'll motivate me to watch the crazy clowns from outer space.
Killer clowns from outer space.
I don't know. Whatever clowns that are in outer space floating around that you want me to watch.
I really need you to watch Peacemaker.
I'm going to watch Peacemaker. It's on the list.
Season 2 is about to come out.
Top Gun, Days of Thunder, which
it's not bad.
I love that movie. That movie is not even really one of his higher ranked movies. No. Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. Show me the money.
The Last Samurai, I think, is one of the most underrated movies of all time. I think go back and sue me if you don't think that. Go back and watch how good that movie is. That movie is astronomically phenomenal. Like, it's so good.
Yeah. No, it's good.
And then if I was going to pick another one, probably Mission Impossible, that first one. The first one? Yeah, the first one.
I like the third one because
the first 3 are
Philip
really good.
Seymour Hoffman was an insanely good villain. That one just he's just so scary, and he's probably the best villain of all the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah, and A Few Good Men's a really good movie. That's borderline on that. I don't ever go out and be like, man, I really want to watch A Few Good Men, but if it's on, I'm like, oh man, this movie's good. You know what I mean? It's
great performances for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's move over to Jack Nicholson. I know.
One of the greatest actors of all time.
Absolutely.
It's debatable, but he definitely is. He's won multiple Oscars.
Yes, which rightfully so.
Why don't you start us off, Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, so I really like him, and I haven't seen this movie in forever. Broadcast News. Have you ever watched that?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's an iconic movie. I think it's back in the 70s or early 80s, but it's a really good movie. The Departed is one of my all-time favorite movies of all time, which he's in. As Good as It Gets. I really like that movie. That movie's so good. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, really?
Dude, that movie.
I didn't think seriously, that's on my list. So that's that and Silence of the Lambs are two of the three movies that have won for all five major categories at the Oscar. Insanely good movie. I really didn't think that you would say that. So I'm very impressed with you, Cody.
Yeah. Well, thank you. It's a great compliment. Movie. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's very underrated. Yeah, I think, did I give you 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think I gave you 4. I need to give you another one. I really like The Shining. I know you hate that movie.
I did put it on here as just like a mention, like, because he is very good in The Shining.
I haven't seen Chinatown. That's like one of his.
Chinatown's so good. How did I not put that on mine?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. But
So the funny thing about Chinatown is halfway through the movie, they create a scene where he gets his nose broken because he actually got his nose broken in real life. And so they had to write that into the movie. So it didn't look so weird that he had a broken nose. Chinatown's great. It's a fantastic movie. Another honorable mention, which I don't know if you've seen, but he was in the 1960s Little Shop of Horrors.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
I love that movie. I love that and the Rick Moranis, remake later on. Batman.
Yeah, he's in Batman. Okay.
I thought he was a great Joker. I mean, his Joker's a lot different from your comic book Joker, but like I thought he'd play that part great.
No, he did really good job on the Joker.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Huh?
He did a good job there. Yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Got The Departed. One that I'm sure you've probably seen, but didn't really maybe not think about, Mars Attacks.
Yeah, I've seen Mars Attacks.
I love that movie so much. And he plays the president. And
that just seems like a movie, like it's kind of like a horror movie.
It's a Tim Burton movie, so it's just really off the wall.
It's very off the wall. I remember watching that. Yeah,
I love Mars Attacks. It's one of my favorite movies.
It's a very quirky movie. It's pretty fun.
But yeah, you can mention Chinatown. You can mention As Good as It Gets. Like Jack Nicholson's been in so many.
That I can't recall.
You can watch it. It's a classic. It's
I need to go watch it. I like going back. Like I watched Raging Bull not too long ago, and I've seen that before, but it's been. 20
you need to go watch Bridge Over River Kwai. That's another like solid military. I think I brought that up in our military episode with Aaron.
No, but Jack Nicholson has been in so many movies, like just featured or small roles. He's great. He's a great actor. He's always sitting sideline at the Knicks. If you've ever want to play
it the Knicks? Are you sure?
The Lakers, sorry.
Jack Nicholson actually puts it into his filming contracts that he doesn't miss a Lakers game. So they film around it.
That's pretty cool. If you ever want to play a fun drinking game, take a shot every time the Lakers at a Lakers game, they show Jack Nicholson.
It's kind of like Taylor Swift for the Chiefs, right? Yeah. Actually, one of my favorite things about Jack Nicholson is there's a scene in The Departed where so the scene where they take a woman out to the lake or the river or whatever, and they shoot her, and he's like, well, you could end there. Or you could keep going. I need to send you that video with Leonardo DiCaprio talking about it.
Yeah.
And he's just like, the scene just kind of keeps going because Jack Nicholson's like, you could end there, but you could do this, and you could do this. And he's got all this different motivation. Like, this is the motivation. This is kind of how messed up this character is. And it turned out to be a great scene that could have just been just like a little, throwaway scene. So Jack Nicholson is always thinking and always trying to make the best possible performance for his character. And so, he's just a, masterclass in acting for sure.
No, I agreed. Yeah, he really does. So anything else in pop culture pour?
I saw a couple movies recently. I can kind of talk about a little bit. Weapons, which is the director.
Oh yeah.
Zach Kreger, who's from Whitest Kids You Know. Do you ever watch that back in the day?
That's a good
Who'd have thought that guy would come out and make some banger horror movies? He did Barbarian, which is pretty good. Weapons is actually very, very good. I like the way that they tell the story through like different perspectives.
Got the girl from Ozarks.
Yeah, but she's also Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four.
She was Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. Julian Garner. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So she's been in a few things.
Dude, she's a great actress.
Because she was also in Wolfman, which wasn't great, but she's been in a few things this year. So she's really
so
picking up a lot.
Man.
I need to watch Ozark. That's one of the ones I keep
Absolutely.
like scenes keep popping up on TikTok, and I'm like, wow, this looks really interesting.
Dude,
Like,
the movie show's so good. It's
so
one of my
I keep
all-time
watch. I
favorites.
watched the scene on TikTok where he finds out his wife was cheating, and then
yeah.
that gangster went and killed the guy that she was cheating with.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is brutal.
It's so good. Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty interesting. And so Weapons is great. I think if you like horror, and it's actually kind of funny too. And you know, coming from a comedy background, kind of like Jordan Peele,
Yeah.
I feel like you have a good sense of when it's appropriate and when it's not.
Yeah.
And so I mean, there's some great performances.
Which I think is really underrated. Like, you know,
for
people
sure.
try to force. I mean, I think Marvel's got a bad rap for trying to force comedy and do certain things, but you know, they try to correct that.
And
I
it's
think,
weird
with the
because
Tropic
actually,
Thunder movie or the Love and Thunder movie.
the director of Love and Thunder, which his name's slipping my mind, but he's actually fantastic at. Usually, he's fantastic at balancing that because Jojo Rabbit had a lot of great comedy, but it also
it's such
got
a good
really
movie.
serious. He also did What We Do in the Shadows, which is also very fantastic at doing that. So I don't Taika Waititi. I think he just went overboard. I don't know. Maybe he was just tired of doing Marvel. He's like, hey, check out what I can do.
Yeah.
Then I also saw Together, which I don't know if you've seen trailers on that, but it's got Alison Brie and Dave Franco,
Yeah.
who are married in real life. And it's kind of a body horror where they start kind of coming together. Basically, they drink out of this spring that's from a cult. And I don't want to ruin anything, but it's very, very good. And it kind of like goes into like the relying on each other. And it's really cool. And they give a great realistic performance because they're married in real life. So, you know, they just know each other so well. So I thought that was a beautifully done movie. This has been an absolutely amazing year for horror movies. I already have a top 10 horror, and we're not even into October yet. And there's like Black Phone 2 is about to come out, The Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro. Like, it's going to be a banger year. This might be the best year in horror that I can remember. Like, I'd have to go back and look, but it's awesome that the horror genre is really being loved right now.
Yep, I agreed. All right, well, we're going to move over to Neat and Balance. I actually have some things to talk about today. I'm going to talk about protein. We've talked a little bit about that before. We're going to go in a little bit more depth and kind of just give you some high levels of why you should be conscious of your protein. Especially, I think this is mainly geared towards people that are trying to build muscle, which I think a lot of people have a misconception like, oh, I'm just trying to work out to lose weight. Well, newsflash, if you build muscle burns a lot of fat, burns more calories. So there's a lot of benefits to building lean muscles. So it's usually recommended around 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should get close to 175 to 200 grams of protein. By doing so, there's a lot of different ways and recommendations where we can talk about to increase your protein. A lot of people use whey protein. What I do recommend is for you to do your research on your whey protein. There's a lot of cheap artificial products out there. You want to also look at the nutrition content, and there's a lot of whey proteins that have a lot of sugars. I like to get whey proteins that have minimal to no sugar at all, right? If you're really trying to cut fat and build lean muscle mass. But whey protein is such a great way. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to bring up the sugar part. So just real quick, my mother-in-law has decided to kind of cut no sugar, which I think is a very good thing to do. I need to kind of go into that, which is hard with bourbon because bourbon does have a little bit of sugar in it. But yeah, they've been doing it for a few weeks and she feels great. I think because her family history comes from like pre-diabetics or heart attacks, things like that. So she's really taking care of her health. And actually they just started building a house out on that river place too. So
oh, nice.
It's looking pretty cool. So next time we got there, maybe it'll be built and check it out.
Yeah, we can check that out for sure. So really good lean meats obviously is a great way to get protein. You don't want to just load up on whey protein. Like yes, you can get a couple scoops. Like I put a scoop in my Greek yogurt, really spice it up. I put a little bit of peanut butter in it. I've been cutting back on peanut butter and I love peanut butter, but just a lot of calories in peanut butter. So if you need to really be keeping an eye on your macros and the total calories you have, if you're trying to be in a caloric deficit. And again, if you get your protein, you're going to feel fuller, number one. So you're not going to need to eat and snack as much. And people, used to say 6 small meals a day. A lot of people are moving towards like 2 and 3 meals a day. I really, feel it depends on the more you eat, the more your insulin is going to spike. And that's really what you want to try to regulate. But staying focused on protein, chicken, turkey, lean beef, right? Get 90-10. You want a little bit of fat in there, but not too much. Turkey's a great alternative. Chicken, you can buy chicken in mass quantities. There's a ton of recipes out there and people I'll follow, and I'll probably talk more about that in the next episode or two. People that I follow that have really good recipes. I can't think of their name off the top of my head. I wasn't really going to go into a lot of recipes, but the crock pot, you can put the chicken in there, put some honey and a few spices, and you can make meal prep for the whole week. You can do some chicken and rice. You can do chicken and sweet potatoes, chicken and vegetables. You can eat a ton of vegetables based on, if you're trying to be in a caloric deficit, no sugars, and still get, full in your vitamins. What's great about some of these lean meats, they obviously the amino acids, leucine, which is one of the greatest key amino acids for building muscle growth, iron, zinc, B vitamins, to help you support recovery so you can get in the gym, hit it hard, and bounce back. Eggs are still, I know they're a little more expensive than they used to be, but eggs are a really good quality. Egg whites especially, I know they've gone up a lot, but what I've been doing is trying to balance half and half, using egg whites and a couple eggs, 2 or 3 eggs, so I don't get as much fat, because eggs do have a lot of fat in them and cholesterol. So just something to be mindful of. I talked about the whey protein. Quinoa is a really good option. Beans and rice. Chickpeas are really good. I've actually been eating a lot more chickpeas. If you like hummus, you can make homemade hummus. You can put chickpeas in your salad. You can throw them in if you're doing like a meat dish. You're trying to get a high protein, but to put a bunch of vegetables, put chickpeas in there.
They make a protein pasta that I get at Walmart that's made with chickpeas.
Yep, and it's pretty good. I've had it.
Yeah, it's not the calories aren't that bad.
Is it Bazua or something like that?
Yeah, it's something
like
weird like that.
Yeah.
But I've made spaghetti a couple times with that and like a low, almost a no sugar sauce and some light turkey meatballs, and it's been super good.
And I've added collagen protein into my diet. It's supposed to be good for your skin and nails. I haven't really noticed as much in the skin, but I've been using a lot more skin products and stuff, really trying to take care of myself. And I'll probably give some recommendations on I'm using some new eye cream. I got an Ulta, which was really expensive. Good gosh. I don't know how women go into that store. Everything's like $50. It's like lip gloss, $50. Mascara, $50.
Needless to say, Cody does not get his lip gloss from.
No, I do not. I do not wear lip gloss, but I was just shocked because I went in there with my daughter and my wife, and I was just like, I spent $130 and I got like 2 things, and I didn't even. I looked at the price, I guess, wrong. I don't know. I bought some hair stuff for my wife and daughter.
You know how much bourbon that can get you, Cody?
I know, dude. Let's take a time out. Do you do that when you buy stuff? You're like, I could have got a bottle of XYZ with that. No. I do that all the time. I hate that, dude.
Not always.
Drives me crazy.
Do I really need all this
I started
food?
comparing. Yeah, do I need to eat? Man, I can buy 2 bottles of Stag.
Do I need $200 in groceries?
Yeah, for sure. So if you do that, you're not alone. We have a special program. No, I'm just checking. But no, you really should probably. I see people, and I don't know what their diet is, but I hear them talking about like, yeah, man, I had a salad and water and a protein shake. And it's like these guys are working out for like an hour and a half. Like if you're putting in the time and effort to work out and really really stay to a routine and really push yourself, and doing progressive overload and all that, you've got to eat your protein. You've got to maximize your workout. It's like trying to build a race car engine and putting bad gas in it. You're not going to do that. So fuel your body and make your meals count. It's really important. And I've really been a little bit more tedious about tracking. Like I'm not tracking every single thing I eat, but I'm tracking a lot of stuff. I'm still trying to find a good free fitness app because I used to use FitnessPal and they make you want to pay for everything now. So I'm not using them anymore. But if you have one, let me know. And if I come up across one, I will share it on the podcast. But I'm still tracking things and use a scale. Highly recommend. I've recommended before to get a scale. But there's a lot of easy ways to get your protein. If you're eating a meal and you're not getting more than 25, 30 grams of protein, you're doing it wrong. It doesn't say you can't have a donut and cheat meal and all that stuff, but the majority of bulk of your meals you should be, because it's very hard to get 200 grams of protein a day. If you're not counting it, you're not planning your meals ahead. And again, not every single thing you eat is going to be high protein, but the bulk of your main meals should be, or you're just not going to get enough protein, especially on your training days. You really need to prioritize that. You're going to maintain more muscle. You're going to feel fuller, and it's going to put you on a track where you're not going to deviate from that diet. And it doesn't have to taste bad. I've been making really healthier good meals. Like you can there's a lot of great stuff. It is expensive to eat healthy, unfortunately, but everything is expensive these days in the economy that we live in. Thanks, Trump. Just joking. Don't get mad. That was a joke.
Thank you.
Thanks, Biden.
Brandon.
Please prioritize your protein. There's a ton of benefits to it. Recovery, getting your nutrients and vitamins, everything, building muscle. It's required. It's building blocks of everything. So I wanted to kind of rehash that, talk about it a little bit, and just make sure you really reinforce that today. So that'll conclude Neat and Balance. Let's move over to Last Call with the Bourbon Nerdz.
So for Last Call, I need you to leave the room for a second.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, I need you to clean your glasses.
They're clean. I cleaned them just for you.
Okay.
They're a little cloudy.
Will you give me this, and I'll clean out this glass a little bit?
Yeah, you do you, man. I'll be right back. You tell me. He's going to do some stupid blind again.
This is going to be a very interesting
I
blind,
apologize to the audience.
and it'll be interesting to see what Cody says about it.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Yep. So wait for Cody to leave the room. I will come get you. All right, for those listening, I'm going to do some of these light whiskeys. I have the Penelope 18. What is this? Oh, Penelope 17 year. The Last Motel 18. And got one from the blendery. That's the grand finale 18. I'm whispering so Cody doesn't hear me. All right, Cody is back. We got our blind here set up.
He's the best.
They're a little off balance. Don't get these out of order. I'll forget which one's which.
Never gonna stop to leave you, damn. Okay.
So I'm not going to tell you anything about the whiskeys. I will tell you they're all very similar.
They're very similar.
I poured one here for myself to drink with you.
Okay, thanks, buddy. So now I guess I have to drink twice as much as I expected to drink, but that's fine. Let's have me have a good time. Whoa, I'm getting a lot of ethanol in this one. Maybe it's just... Okay, calm down a little bit. I'm not getting a lot on the nose. I get like a hint of butterscotch, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, like a hint. Little spice, little bacon spice. I've been saying that a lot, bacon spice.
See, on the Theron...
Maybe some lemongrass?
On the Theron blind, I try to pick out specific baking spices, but it gets kind of tough sometimes.
Ooh, that's got some heat on it.
Yeah, these all might have a little heat on them.
Holy smokes, that's got some heat on it. Well, that's definitely north of 120 proof. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah. If you want to do like tasting notes, age, proof, like whatever you want to do, like
the finish on it's pretty yummy. I definitely can feel it. It's giving me a hug right now, which I love a good finish.
Which that one is actually what I'm drinking right now. So we're drinking it together. It is a spicy meatball.
I'm not getting a whole lot.
Okay.
Like I'm getting like a little bit of honey. Like still the honey kind of translates to the palate. The nose wasn't great on it.
Don't drink it all because I want you to go back and back through. Because it might change whenever you come back.
It's getting like a little bit of, is it toffee?
Yeah, I can see toffee.
I'm getting toffee. Yeah. A little bit of toffee and honey. Finish has kind of calmed down. I don't know if it's just because I've been drinking. Well, this is 120 proof, the Hard Truth one. But let's move on. This is a little bit darker. So we need to get those. We need to get like Jason C. from Mash and Drum. They have the black.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When we were doing blinds.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think this is my favorite, all-time favorite bourbon.
Is it?
The full proof or the benchmark? Oh. I'm joking. It's not my all-time favorite. That's now a running joke, everybody. Garrett has ruined my life.
Benchmark's good. You can't go wrong with Benchmark full proof.
Get like a little bit of butterscotch, buttercream on this. I don't know. My nose may be a little off today. It rained a little bit. My allergies have really been off and on pretty bad lately. It's a little better today, but I don't have the best nose, to be honest with you. I mean, decent, but my palate's where it's at.
I should have been videotaping this.
Yeah.
Dang it.
That's very different to me. You said they're all similar. I hate this game. I didn't cleanse my palate though.
Is it very different in a good way or a bad way?
No, it's good, yeah. I get a lot of caramel. Holy smokes. Caramel, very delicate. I think it drinks lower proof than the other one. Finishes real mild on it. And it may be similar proof, but I'd say this is about 110 maybe. But I get a lot of caramel. I don't really get too much more than that. I don't know if that Hard Truth rye really just blew my palate out just because it's so good. Or those ryes sometimes do that.
Yeah.
This smells very similar to the first one.
I told you they are pretty similar.
Are they all three different?
Yes.
Okay, I was wondering if you put the same one.
They're all three.
Put a control in there.
Complete different distilleries and everything.
Yeah.
But they're very similar.
This has got a little funk on it.
A little funk, okay.
Get a little funk. Almost not quite like turkey funk, but kind of similar. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
You know turkey has a little funk.
Yeah. No, I know turkey has a funk.
Get like a little chocolate, caramel.
When you're done with that one, I want you to go back through, and then I want you to rank all three of them.
Yeah, for sure. They're all very similar, like you said.
Yeah.
Finish is pretty good. That's got to be 120-ish proof. Maybe it's toffee. I don't know. I keep getting I got caramel in the first. Now I'm getting toffee a little bit. I don't know if these are running together. Got a little kind of like little dark chocolate note at the very end, a little bit in the back end. Get a little bit of oak. Okay, this is pretty good. I'm gonna finish this off. This tastes more of the traditional flavors to me.
Yeah.
This will be 3, so I'm going back to 2. Back to 2.
So Cody's went all the way through all three of them. Now
It's got a little stringency oak note, though. That oak turns a little drying. Not bad, but like a little much. So 4. I'm going back to 2. Let me cleanse the palate real quick. I've been drinking a lot of wine lately, to be honest. I like wine.
Wine sommelier.
The nose on this just sweet mahogany. I think this is a benchmark full proof.
I can promise you none of these are benchmark.
Really?
Not at all.
Get a butterscotch, caramel, a little light. It's very light though. There's really not much finish on this second.
None of these are Buffalo Trace products.
Mm-hmm. Is it 4 Roses maybe? Limited edition?
That bottle has been gone for a while, so.
Okay. Salute to you, good soldier.
Yeah, it's been gone.
Just doesn't have much of a finish, but I'm going to put it a little bit higher than the first one.
Okay.
Let me finish it up.
You mean first one like this one or the third one? Okay.
It's okay though. It's a little baking spice on that last sip. Okay. Maybe I lied. Maybe it's a delayed finish. I like it better than number 3 though. Let's go to number 1. Just doesn't have much of a nose. The nose is better on the other 2. Just doesn't have much of a nose. And I don't think it's this class. This is a traditional Glencairn, yeah. Doesn't have much of a nose at all. Tastes like it smells like Weller 12. Like Weller 12 to me just doesn't have much of a nose. It's like a honeysuckle almost. But it had some proof when it's got some proof to it. It's pretty good. It's good on the palate. I mean, I'm ranking them by finish. No, how I rank when I'm doing a blind and stuff, I rank by nose, palate, which is the heaviest weighting, and then finish. I mean, my nose is really bad on this, but it's better than 3. Oof. I'd already drank the other 2, so the finish is for days on this one. It's really good. It's got a higher proof.
And I mean, like, sometimes...
Is this a stag?
No. Sometimes, I said that there's no Buffalo Trace products. Sometimes, something doesn't have a nose, but it has a great flavor.
Yeah,
it's
got good
it's
flavor.
about what you enjoy. Like, I don't always sit there and, smell...
Yeah.
care about the nose, but I mean the nose I feel like to a certain extent can be pretty important, but
yeah, the finish is good, the palate's good. All right, I'm gonna rank 1, 2, 3.
Really?
In
You're gonna go
order.
in that order? Okay.
Yeah, and this is by slim margin. These are very close.
Okay. So number 3.
Oh wow, American Light Whiskey.
Number 2.
18 year.
Can you guess what number 1 is?
Lasso 18. Wow. Okay. 121 proof. I was pretty close. I said 120.
Yeah. Well, these are much higher because you said 110 on this one.
Yeah.
So the second one is a Blendery 18-year Grand Finale. It's 148.
That's crazy because I love that when we first tried it.
Yeah.
And then you got the 18-year Grand Finale. Yeah, which is these are all 17, 18-year whiskeys. They're all good. That was prevalent. I knew that these were all pretty good. They had high proof. They had good finishes.
You just said this one was 110, and I was like, dude, that's 148, bro.
Dude, it didn't taste like a 148er.
I actually just poured it. I'm going to try it a little bit of it.
Wow, I really love that Lasso 18. I'm telling you. Lasso Motel 18 American Straight Whiskey is my surprise whiskey of the year. Whiskey, keep in mind, it's not a bourbon.
It is very good.
It is so good. And it's 121 proof. And we found it at McKinney Wine Merchant
Yeah.
for $92.
Yeah, 92, yeah.
So $100 get you out the door.
So just for everyone, because I don't know if we mentioned all of them. So
Yeah.
Lasso Motel 18 was his number 1. The Whiskey Blendery 18-year Grand Finale 148 proof was number 2. And the Penelope American Light Whiskey 17-year, which is 138, I believe. Yeah, 138.8 proof was number 3. So
yeah, and this is our surprise whiskey. Well,
yeah, Lasso Motel has a lot of flavor, man.
Yeah,
it's so good.
And this proves it right here.
Yeah.
And because these were so close, like and
I
that's
do,
a great
I do
bottle.
feel like this is definitely has a lot more flavor.
Yeah, 100%. So, all right, that was a cool blind, man. Nice, good setup. I'm gonna have to come up with one for you. So next,
I've been wanting to do this one for a while, and I finally got the Lasso 18. So
that's pretty good. All right, well, we got a couple of things real quick. We got a huge drop coming up in September, right?
September 27th,
7th, I think. It's on a Saturday, right?
It's a Saturday. It's September 27th.
Yeah, it's September 27th at Grapes and Grain in Plano. Great. Gary owns that store. Great store. This is going to be probably one of the biggest drops of the year, if not in a long time. There's supposed to be a ton of Pappy, BTAC, all kinds of stuff. But even then, there's going to be a lot. We're going to be there. We're going to be getting a lot of content. We're going to be raffling some bottles off.
Yeah, we're going to have a few bottles.
Yep.
Damon Frozen, Open Season Operator, is going to be there also.
Yep, absolutely.
Giving some stuff away, selling some merch and
Yep.
things. So.
We'll have some shirts and stuff too as well. We also have a Shopify.
Yes.
So if you haven't checked
It's
that
a
out,
Bourbon Nerdz official store
Yep.
on Shopify.
check it out. We've got some really good merchandise on there. We're going to see how that does. We're going to be bringing some shirts with us to the drop.
Yeah, some of the OG shirts we still have. I think we have like 17 of them. So
We had such a good time at Happy Liquor in Whitesboro, the last
for
drop
sure.
that we went to. I literally landed, went straight to the drop I came back from Columbia, and had such a good time. I was drinking literally CYPB, a Weller 107 store pick, Weller 4-proof store pick, and a couple other great bottles, and just had a blast. Like everybody was having such a good time. Thank you, Kyle, for sharing. You shared a lot of great things. Paul was there. had a really good time. And we just drops are a lot of fun. We get some really good content. We meet a lot of cool people. We made really good friends with the store owner as well. Talking to him about maybe doing a barrel pick or store pick. So we'll see. That's on our vision board. We want to try to have a pick done before the end of the year. So I know we're running out of time, but I think it's still possible. We've talked with Damon, maybe collaborating with him, maybe with the whiskey blendery and doing something. So we've got a lot of things up in the air, but we're going to start nailing down and staying, really want to get focused on getting some events booked. We've been talking to quite a bit of people and doing some stuff. I know I've been talking about that. We've got our merchandise up and running. I'm going to start working on a Patreon for us. We're going to start making some exclusive content for that. If we start doing barrel picks, obviously, which we want to do, I would like to do one every year, if not multiple. If we get the process nailed down, and then, if you're a part of our Patreon, one of our highest members, we'll invite you as a part of the pick team. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool things happening. We're really excited for Grapes and Grain and do that drop. We've got a Bourbon Nerdz first year fantasy football draft. Ethan, our editor, is actually the commissioner for that.
That draft is actually the day that this episode comes out. So You're listening to this episode. This day we are.
Don't steal our draft picks, man. Yeah,
don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm just joking. I hope Aaron Patterson's happy for finally having an episode come out on time.
His Monday drive is probably really depressing. He's like,
I feel really bad for him. I was thinking about him all day Monday. Because I do, I've been walking quite a bit. I've tried to walk 3-4 miles in the morning before I even start work, which is really, really awesome. I do it fasted.
Did you say 8 miles?
No, 3 or 4 miles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I always try if I'm behind on a Bourbon Nerdz. And I honestly really enjoy listening to our podcast. Because we do so many episodes and stuff. Sometimes I forget what we talked about and what we do. We collab on a lot of stuff, and sometimes we record multiple episodes, so I listen back and I'm I really enjoy it. So I hope you guys are enjoying our content. We really need your support. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go on there. If you're not a part of our Facebook Bourbon Nerdz community, that channel's growing fast. We're probably going to need to get a moderator sooner than later. We're getting people faster than I can even keep up. I know Garrett and I have both been.
Yeah, I accepted
really
a couple while we were recording this episode.
Did you? Awesome.
Yeah, Kyle invited a couple people to our fantasy football league, and then they came in and added them to the group. So
yeah, and Kyle Sharp is in our fantasy league. Shout out to him and the Bourbon Bros.
Some great picks, man.
The OKI. Yeah, I can't wait to get my rye from them. I think it's a 9 or 11-year rye. It's OKI. So OKI's making some good stuff. We need to have him on and do an OKI episode. That would be fun.
Kyle's a cool guy.
Yeah, really cool guy. Again, we talk a lot about Someone Say Whiskey. The pick that we were drinking today is just absolutely phenomenal. We picked up a lot of their picks. They're coming out with one Saturday. They're coming out with Cinnamon Toast Bullet.
Yeah, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Bullet.
And I'll most likely pick that up. It's cheaper. It's like $60. Excuse me. It's like $60.
I don't think they've ran top contributors as of this recording, but
yeah,
they should. Obviously, I think they run it on Thursdays.
So. Yeah, you're like a lock for that. I've been slacking.
I've only gotten 2. So
yeah,
you've gotten a couple. So
yeah, I've got a couple too, but it's been a minute. But even not, Apollo usually has them. So Apollo's
it's not usually hard to get the picks.
Shout out to Manny in that store. I haven't been there in a while. I need to hit him up. So, but yeah, so stay tuned, and yeah, our Facebook group is the first to know everything. And again, if you're not subscribed, follow, download our stuff.
Yeah, I haven't even posted in Someone Say Whiskey or anything anymore. I don't post in any other groups. I only post in our groups now.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, for sure.
Because we're starting to pick up a lot in our groups. I don't think.
Yeah, and our TikTok and Instagram too. Garrett's coming out with a ton of funny videos.
Dude, that South Park one's almost at 200,000 views.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's so dumb.
Crazy. It's one of the dumbest videos ever. But it's funny. I may come out with a K-pop video here sooner or later. Obviously watch that with my daughter. If you haven't watched K-pop, Demon Hunter, whatever Slayer thingies, the most catchy songs ever.
Jet 2 Holiday.
Yeah, the Jet 2 Holiday stuff going on. But we've been having a lot of fun. I'm really excited about upcoming events and things. And if there's something you want to see from us, let us know. Shoot us a message. We're pretty open. If you've got feedback, whether it's good or bad, tell us. We want to continue to get better. Things have been really crazy with my life lately. Garrett's been pretty busy, just got back from vacation. We've been focused on trying to spend more time with our family and stuff. This can get very time consuming. He's been working his butt off, editing and doing all kinds of stuff. We've been trying to put out videos. We've got great hunting videos. And
I'm about to go edit our recent hunt tonight, which actually was a great video.
Which it's kind of crazy to me. Like some of the best content we're coming out with is getting some of the lowest viewpoint, like the Freddy Fest event wasn't a super popular one, but our crappy bourbon hunting video was awesome. Or like getting a lot of views, and then like we did the Blendery, Master of the Blend.
I don't know if they're crappy.
No, they're not crappy, but I mean, it was just like compared to that event, which was phenomenal. Yeah. Like it's just like we went to a couple liquor stores and found Rio. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was. They're good videos. All of our stuff is good. It's getting better.
I think this new one that'll come up, which this will come out Sunday. The video will come out. Actually, no, the video should already be out because I'm going to try to put it out tomorrow. But it's we went by a store where we found the last Motel 18, and that guy the owner was there, and he had a lot of great stories, man. Just like,
oh yeah, absolutely. Like it was such a good time, such a nice
very
guy.
Talkative owner for sure.
Yeah, and then I saved like $40 on a Lasso Motel 18 for Garrett. Garrett's still pissed off about that, but
well, I mean, you just don't expect to run into it for $92 at another spot.
No, I've never seen it for that. Honestly, I probably should have bought all of them because it's that good of a bottle. And
it's very good.
Yeah, it just proven and won the blind against a banger of a bottle from Whiskey Blendery, 18-year Grano Finale, and Penelope's probably best or one of their best bottles, the American Light Whiskey. So that tells you, and that is our surprise whiskey of the year up to this point. So,
damn. Old Damon just posted a label for his next pick, which is a rare character single barrel series.
He loves
American Light Whiskey 20-year.
Wow.
Cast strength. What it ended up being proof? Oh, they didn't put the proof on it yet, but I know that he's talking about it maybe being hazmat.
Wow, that'd be sick. So. Well, I'm excited.
Another light whiskey to add to our
we had a good time. We posted a few. I think did we post a few pictures of the? We went hung out with Damon. We were drinking Sazerac 18, and you'll see a video. We got a video coming out on it.
Our cover photo for our group is
okay,
all
perfect.
Of us,
so yeah,
we'll have that video come out. I'll have that video with. So the hunting video will release. It'll already be out when you guys hear this, but that'll be the hunt plus us hanging out at Damon's, and then I'll release a separate video of us trying the Jefferson's cast strength, which was very good.
Very good bottle. Don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that bottle. That is not a stag killer, but it is a competitor to stag, I think. I really enjoyed that bottle, and it was a fresh crack. So I'm really excited to see how that bottle opens up in the next week or so. We'll definitely revisit it. We may have to talk about it more on the podcast, or maybe just watch one of our videos and find out. So anyways, I think that's going to close out this episode. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you guys have been enjoying our content. We are not giving up. We're not stopping. We're making content. We're working hard. So just stay with us. Keep supporting us. Again, if you have any ideas, whatever else, shoot us a note. Let us know. Email, send a raven, whatever else you can do.
Yeah, just go like, subscribe to our YouTube.
If you like our singing, let us know. We'll sing more. If you hate our singing, we'll sing less.
Take me away. No. Dude, I don't know how I hit that high note in that video. That was like a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to do so one of the first events I want to set up is a karaoke night.
Dude, I love karaoke.
Yeah, you and I, dude, we rocked it in Mexico. If you would have been in Mexico with us, like Garrett,
why weren't you in Mexico with us?
Yeah, which was awesome because there was another lady there that sang the song from The Greatest
Showman.
The Greatest Showman, which is one of the hardest songs probably to ever sing, and she killed it. And like Garrett killed it, I killed it. I did my classic Wonderwall. I've sang that 1,000 times. I love that song, Oasis. If you don't know who sings that, check it out for you Gen Zers. But yeah, we had a great time. We killed it. We love singing. Karaoke could be a lot of fun. Maybe bottle share karaoke night. I think we got to find a place. We got to book it and come out and hang out with us. So, all right, I'm Cody.
I'm Garrett.
And we are the Bourbon Nerds. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Drink this bottle.
The Bourbon Nerdz podcast is hosted and executive produced by Cody Mills and Garrett Welch. The show is produced, mixed, and edited by me, Ethan Adams. The show features original music by Alex Pitts. You can find the Bourbon Nerdz on all the major social media platforms. please follow, rate, and review the show on Apple Podcasts or your podcast player of choice. It really does help the show. Please don't hesitate to send an email or message on social media. We love to hear your thoughts, comments, and bourbon suggestions. The Bourbon Nerds would like to remind the audience to always drink responsibly, know your limits, and never drink and drive. Be sure to check in every Sunday for a brand new episode. Cheers!
You ever watch Small Soldiers? I wonder if the Gorgons actually made it, or the Gorgonites made it back to Gorgon or not.
I have bad news for you, buddy. They didn't. They didn't make it.
They're just toys.
I'm sorry.